Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. It's not just how you think. It's how you see, how you react, how you recover, and how you show up. It's the lens through which you experience your entire life. And if that lens is cracked with fear, doubt, or negativity, then everything you look at will seem distorted, broken, and out of reach. Most people lose the battle before they even begin, not because they're not talented, not because they're not capable, but because their mind is working against them. You can't win if your mind keeps telling you you're going to lose, and here's the truth, your mind will lie to you. It will try to protect you from pain, from risk, from failure. It will whisper, take it easy, when you should be going harder. It will say, you're not ready, when it's actually time to act. It will make comfort look like peace and convince you that survival is success. That's why mindset isn't optional. It's not a motivational quote on the wall. It's not a cute phrase to say before your morning coffee. Mindset is war. You have to wake up every day and challenge the lies, rewrite the story, and program yourself to believe in something bigger than your past, your pain, or your present circumstances. A strong mindset means knowing that failure isn't final. That struggle is part of the process. That rejection is redirection. That you can be tired, you can be frustrated, but you cannot quit. A strong mindset is being your own hype man when nobody else is clapping. It's looking at your reflection and choosing belief over fear, courage over comfort, progress over perfection. Every day, you've got two voices competing for control. One says you can, the other says you can't. The one you feed is the one that grows. So ask yourself, what are you feeding your mind with? What are you watching, reading, listening to, thinking about? Is it building you or breaking you? Is it helping you focus or feeding your doubt? Your thoughts have power. What you repeat becomes what you believe, and what you believe becomes how you act. When you walk into a room, your mindset walks in first. It introduces you before you speak. It determines how you handle pressure, how you take feedback, how you bounce back after setbacks. And life will test you, it will push you, it will try to break you, but your mindset is what decides whether that pressure crushes you or creates something new. Training your mindset isn't a one-time thing. It's daily. It's not about being positive all the time. It's about being resilient. It's about choosing to see a way forward even when the path looks blocked. It's about knowing that you have more in you than what the world sees. Because you do, you're capable of more, you're built for more, and it all begins with the decision to think differently. Discipline is the bridge between intention and action. It's not glamorous. It doesn't get applause. It won't trend on social media, but it's what separates the people who talk from the people who deliver. Because anyone can be excited on day one. Anyone can make a vision board or write goals in a notebook. But discipline is what kicks in when the feeling fades. You don't rise by doing what's convenient. You rise by doing what's necessary. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you don't feel like it. It doesn't wait until the conditions are perfect. Discipline shows up when it's cold, when it's uncomfortable, when it's boring, when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Because that's where growth lives, in the places most people avoid. Let's be clear, motivation is a mood. Discipline is a muscle. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll have it. Most days you won't. If your success depends on motivation, you'll be inconsistent. But if it depends on discipline, you'll be unstoppable. Because discipline means doing what needs to be done, whether you like it or not. Discipline is waking up early when your body wants to sleep. It's choosing the gym when your mind says skip it. It's reading when you'd rather scroll. It's showing up to the work even when nobody's watching. Because you know what you're building is bigger than your excuses. It's the small, repeated, unglamorous choices made daily that stack into greatness. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Most people aren't failing because of lack of opportunity. They're failing because they don't have the discipline to stay consistent. They start strong, they coast, they get distracted. Discipline doesn't coast. Discipline doesn't make decisions based on mood. It operates on purpose. It honors commitment, not convenience. And discipline doesn't mean being perfect. It means being persistent. It means not letting one bad day turn into a bad week. It means not letting one missed rep turn into quitting the gym. It means recognizing when you slip but refusing to stay down. Discipline is getting back up again and again. You have to train it. You build discipline like a muscle through repetition, through resistance, through pushing past your comfort zone. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but so is regret, so is mediocrity, so is watching someone else live the life you could have had if you had just done the work. Real discipline is internal. It doesn't need an audience. It doesn't need applause. It's private. It's personal. It's what you do when no one's watching, when no one's cheering, when no one's clapping, and that's what makes it powerful. Because the most dangerous person in the room isn't the loud. It's the one who's mastered themselves. And make no mistake, discipline is self-respect. It's the way you show the world and yourself that your future matters. That your goals are non-negotiable, that your word means something, that you're not going to let your feelings dictate your future, that you're serious about the life you say you want. You can't chase greatness if your body can't carry the weight. Health isn't just something nice to have, it's your foundation. It's the first investment you make in yourself every single day. Because if your energy is low, if your body is sluggish, if your mind is foggy, then it doesn't matter how big your goals are. You won't have the fuel to get there. Too many people grind for success while neglecting the very machine they need to operate at full capacity. They'll hustle for hours, push through stress, burn out, crash, and then wonder why they can't focus, why they're constantly exhausted, why they're irritated and disconnected. That's not ambition, that's self-destruction disguised as hustle. Health is not a distraction from your goals, it's what gives you the power to pursue them with clarity, strength, and consistency. You don't have to be a bodybuilder, you don't have to live in the gym, but you do have to move. You do have to pay attention to what you put in your body. Because your body will either work for you or against you, and you decide which one it's going to be. Food is not just for taste, it's fuel. Sleep is not laziness, it's recovery. Movement isn't punishment, it's activation. What you eat matters, junk in, junk out. You wouldn't put low grade fuel in a high-performance car, so why would you do it to your body? Every meal is a choice. Is this fueling the future I want, or is it slowing me down? Your energy, your mood, your mental sharpness, they're all tied to your nutrition. You're not just eating for today, you're eating for your focus, your discipline, your longevity. Sleep is another piece most people underestimate. You can't outwork chronic exhaustion. You can't expect your mind to be sharp when you're constantly running on fumes. Real productivity doesn't come from burning the candle at both ends. It comes from being sharp, alert, and present. That's what rest gives you. It's not a weakness, it's a weapon. And then there's movement. Not just working out, but moving your body every day. Whether it's walking, stretching, lifting, training, do something. Your body was built to move, and when you ignore that, it breaks down. Mobility, strength, endurance, resilience, these things don't show up by accident. They show up when you make the daily decision to prioritize your physical self. Health also isn't just physical, it's mental. What are you doing to protect your peace, to reset your mind? Mental health is just as real as physical health, and you can't perform at a high level if your mind is constantly in survival mode. Meditation, reflection, boundaries, those aren't luxury habits, they're survival tools for high achievers. Health is discipline, health is preparation, health is freedom. You want to build a legacy, you want to be there for your family, your purpose, your future. Then start treating your health like it matters, because without it, everything else you're building can come crashing down in a second. Relationships are one of the most powerful forces in your life. They can push you forward or pull you under. They can sharpen your vision or blur your focus. The people around you aren't just part of your story. They help write it. So if you're serious about growth, if you're serious about your future, then you need to get serious about who you allow in your space. Energy is contagious. Beliefs are contagious. Habits are contagious. You spend enough time around people who play small, and eventually you'll shrink without even realizing it. You start thinking their limits are your limits. you start settling just to fit in. That's why you have to be intentional. Not everyone deserves access to your mind, your time, or your energy. Look at your circle. Do they hold you accountable or just keep you comfortable? Do they challenge you or do they coddle you? Do they celebrate your growth? Or do they get quiet when you start shining a little too bright? You need people who won't let you make excuses. People who will tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. People who believe in the version of you that you're still working to become. And let's be clear, support isn't just about cheerleading. Real support sounds like, I see your potential, now act like it. It sounds like, that wasn't your best, and I know you can do better. It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Because sometimes growth feels like tension, and the right people won't let you settle for average just to keep the peace. But relationships aren't just about what you get, they're about what you give. You can't demand loyalty, honesty, and commitment if you're not bringing those things to the table yourself. Are you encouraging the people in your life? Are you helping them level up? Are you showing up for others with the same energy you expect from them? You attract what you are, so become the kind of person you'd want in your corner. And then there's the hard truth, not everyone can come with you. Some people are tied to the version of you that you're trying to outgrow. You start changing and they start getting uncomfortable. They'll say, you've changed, like that's a bad thing. Yes, you've changed, that's the point. Don't apologize for evolving. Some relationships are seasonal. Some people were meant to teach you, not walk with you forever. That's not hate, that's growth. Relationships shape your identity. Who you talk to, who you listen to, who you allow into your inner world, all of that matters. You can be strong, focused, and talented, but if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, drama, or small thinking, it will poison your momentum. Protect your space like your future depends on it, because it does. Choose people who speak life into you. Choose people who remind you of your strength when you forget it. Choose people who make you better simply by how they show up. And be that kind of person for someone else. Skill is the currency of success. It's what separates wishful thinking from real results. Everybody wants to win, but not everybody wants to work. And that's what skill is. It's work turned into power. In a world that's moving faster than ever, where technology evolves by the hour and competition is everywhere, talent alone is not enough. Hope is not enough. You need to be good, really good, and that doesn't happen by accident. Your skill set is your edge. It's what makes you valuable, dependable, and unstoppable. People can take your job, your title, your following, but they can't take your skills. What you know, what you can do, how well you can execute, that's yours, that's your leverage. You want to be respected. Then earn it with ability. You want opportunity. Then be the person who's too skilled to ignore. But here's the truth. What you know today will be outdated tomorrow. So many people stay stuck because they're holding on to skills that the world has already moved past. You have to stay hungry. You have to stay a student. You have to commit to constant, aggressive improvement. Read the books, watch the tutorials, take the feedback, make the tweaks, practice like your future depends on it, because it does. Skill isn't built when it's easy. It's built when it's tedious. It's built when you repeat the same drill 100 times. It's built when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're not seeing instant results, but you keep going anyway. Repetition builds confidence. Confidence builds speed. Speed builds impact, and impact is what sets you apart. You need to know your craft better than anyone else, whatever your lane is. Know it inside out. If you're a speaker, learn how to control a room. If you're a writer, master your voice. If you're a leader, sharpen your communication. Don't just be familiar, be exceptional. The world pays top dollar for excellence, not average, and excellence is a result of obsession. Be obsessed with getting better. And don't just stop at technical skills. Learn how to think. Learn how to solve problems. Learn how to adapt under pressure. These are skills too. Emotional control, decision making, time management, communication. Those aren't soft skills. They're survival skills. In fact, they often make the difference between someone who gets hired and someone who gets left behind. Whatever you're doing today, ask yourself, are you improving? Are you pushing your limits? Or are you just repeating the same year over and over again and calling it experience? There's a big difference between 10 years of growth and 1 year repeated 10 times. The market doesn't care how long you've been doing something. It cares how well you can do it right now. No one owes you attention. No one owes you opportunity. If you want it, go earn it. Get so good that they can't overlook you. Get so sharp that the moment your name comes up, the answer is yes because your skill speaks before you do. Vision is the blueprint. It's the internal picture of where you're going, long before the results ever show up. Without vision, you drift. You wake up, go through the motions, react to life, and call it living. But when you have vision, you're not just existing, you're building. You're choosing, you're moving with intention. Vision gives your effort direction and your struggle meaning. You have to see it before you can seize it. The mind has to arrive before the body ever does. Vision isn't about where you are right now. It's about what's possible if you stop settling and start believing. It's bigger than your current situation, bigger than your bank account, bigger than your background. Vision is the ability to see potential in the middle of problems, to see growth in the middle of pain, to see the win when you're still in the middle of the work. But here's what most people miss: vision isn't passive. It's not just daydreaming or wishful thinking. Vision is active, it's gritty, it requires clarity, focus, and a level of conviction that can't be shaken by temporary obstacles. You don't just get a vision and wait for life to hand it to you. You work for it, you protect it, you build toward it, one decision, one habit, one sacrifice at a time. There will be days when life doesn't match the vision. That's normal, that's expected, that's part of it. The discipline is in staying connected to it anyway. On the hard days, on the quiet days, on the days when nobody believes in it but you. That's when your vision has to be loudest in your own mind, because when it gets hard, and it will get hard, it's your vision that will either keep you going or let you quit. Vision creates urgency. When you really know where you're going, distractions lose their power, comfort loses its appeal. You stop entertaining things that don't align. You start cutting off what doesn't serve the mission. Because you're not just working to get through the week, you're building something long-term, something meaningful, something that outlives your current situation. And vision doesn't just move you, it moves others. When you're locked in on where you're going, people feel it. They respect it. Some will follow you, others will question you, and a few might walk away. That's okay. Vision isn't always understood by people who weren't called to see it. You weren't put here to convince everyone, you were put here to walk it out, whether they get it or not. Write the vision down, speak it, repeat it, let it shape your habits, your circle, your time, use it as a filter. If it doesn't bring you closer, it doesn't belong. Vision gives you the courage to start and the strength to keep going. It keeps you grounded when things are chaotic. It reminds you that there's more ahead than there is behind. And even if the path isn't clear yet, the destination is. Every single day, you are writing the story of your life not with your words, but with your actions. And if you want that story to be one of growth, strength, and purpose, then you have to be intentional about what you're building. Work on your mindset because the world won't believe in you until you believe in you. Sharpen your discipline because your dreams won't wait for your feelings to catch up. Protect your health because your body is the engine driving everything you want to accomplish. Invest in your relationships because who you walk with will either lift you or limit you. Master your skill set because talent might open the door, but skill keeps it open. And stay locked in on your vision because if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up anywhere. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out, but you do need to show up for yourself every single day. The life you want isn't built in a moment. It's built in the daily grind, the quiet decisions, the small, consistent steps nobody sees. That's where transformation happens. That's where champions are made. So get up, lock in, and do the work. Because the future you want, it's waiting on the you who refuses to wait.